I always remember the stereotypical question, what do you want to be when you grow up? That's immediately what came to mind when I thought about college graduation. We've always heard this question countless of times and never really knew the full answer. People thought that maybe college is when you figure out your true answer, but we all understand that that's not always the case. I stand here today with everyone realizing that this may not mark the end of something in our lives. However, it is the beginning of what is to come. I tried to think of an overarching idea of what we all may want to be when we grow up, and the very first word that came to my mind was kind. My answer to this question of what I want to be when I grow up now is that in a world where you can be anything, be kind. Throughout our lives, we have seen the world at what seems to be its worst, experiencing countless tragedies and life-changing events. One can assume that things like these may change a person's perspective on life, but I want to challenge you all. I want to challenge you to take those memories and keep them with you as we all move forward. Keep them, do not forget them, and most importantly, learn from them. Realize that we all come from different walks of life. However, we all as humans can understand kindness and how impactful it can be to someone.
When I think back on my 4 years here as a Charger, I immediately think about all the different opportunities that the University of New Haven has offered me, whether it be academic, extracurricular, professional, personal, or even work. The University of New Haven has offered us all different opportunities throughout our time here. Some of us have served as student athletes, some involved in Greek life, others involved in student government, some who have served as student workers, and others who focused a majority of their time on their academics. We come from all walks of life, but what is the one thing that binds us together? Being a Charger. I remember attending Chargin back in the late summer of 2017, where I was given a Charger compact. In this compact, it stated, I will strive for academic excellence. I will assume responsibility for my words, actions, and inaction. I will respect the dignity, rights, and property of all persons. I will strive to appreciate, respect, and learn from others whose experiences and opinions are different than mine. I will conduct my academic and personal life with integrity, and I will strive to contribute positively to the campus, local, and global communities. This compact, given to some of us just 4 years ago, was our foundation to becoming and graduating as a University of New Haven Charger. We've learned the ins and outs of our campus, of our areas of study, and of each other. But most importantly, the University of New Haven has taught us the core foundation of the standards that we should hold ourselves to as humans. Not only did this Charger Compact present how we shall serve as individuals who attend the university, but also how we should hold ourselves in all that we do. As I mentioned before, we have individuals in this room from all walks of life. We have scholars, we have future scientists, future journalists, future doctors. We are the future. It is our job to take these lessons, take these memories, take these experiences and opportunities, and let them be the beginning of your future. I know that you all know that today is a great accomplishment and something that we should all be celebrating, but I implore you to really take the time to reflect. Reflect on your time here at the University of New Haven. Think about your classes, the individuals that you got the opportunity to collaborate with, the memories that you made with friends, the professors and faculty who left an impact on you, that job that you hated waking up for at 8 a.m. but taught you the great time management skills. Think about the late nights studying with your roommates and those late night snacks to keep you awake until 3 a.m. Think about those 90s and 100s that you received on tests, but also those 50s and 60s. Think about the memories you have with your clubs and involvements, but also the lessons that they taught you. Think about how much that you've grown over the last few years while you've spent your time here, because trust me, it's going to be a lot more growth than you realize. The University of New Haven provides a unique experience for everyone who puts that deposit down and steps foot on campus as a first-year student. However, the one thing that it does for everyone is create an outstanding foundation to how we view ourselves, view the world around us, and view others. And that is one of the best lessons and takeaways of all.
When I first stepped foot on the University of New Haven campus 4 years ago, I was astonished, truthfully. I knew then and there I was going to devote my undergraduate career here at the university. It was one of those feelings you cannot fully describe the amount of joy you had within. Internally, I was unprepared and naive, but I was passionate. I was open-minded, and I felt a sense of belonging. Many of you have sacrificed time away from family, friends, children, and more. You have sacrificed long nights of sleep, meals to finish assignments, nights out with friends, and maybe even shifts at work. Success was not created overnight. It took patience, determination, and intellectual curiosity. As we move on from the university and embark on our next journeys in life, whether that is college, the workforce, or something else, remember to stop and remind yourself how far you've come. We, the class of 2021, have made a name for ourselves, far greater than any class before. We have made mistakes and even failed, but gotten back up stronger. We have lost, but still find a way to give back. We represent the next generation of those with a bright vision for a better world.
As a first-generation student, I had to pave the path for myself. Of course, my parents, my younger sister, my friends, and my local community supported me throughout this process, and I certainly would not be here today if it wasn't for them. However, I stand before you today due to my decision 4 years ago to carve out a new path and stray away from the route my parents took when they were my age. As I reflect upon this theme of creating a path for yourself, I tend to look back on the poem by Robert Frost called The Road Not Taken. Hopefully some of you are familiar with this poem, and for those who are not, I wanted to highlight a key piece of the poem which states, "I shall be telling this with a sigh. Somewhere ages and ages hence, two roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference." Ultimately, you are the one that chooses your path, and whatever that choice may be will change your life. I encourage you to consider taking a path less traveled on. I know for me, the path I set out for myself 4 years ago has drastically changed, and my failures have turned into new, unique opportunities. Not only did I pave my own way by obtaining my bachelor's, I also did a complete 180-degree turn career-wise, and honestly, those major and minor changes to my path have truly made all the difference. So whether you plan to attend graduate or professional school or are going right out there into the workforce, take initiative and choose the road not taken. Or better yet, if the typical trajectory is not working out for you, don't be discouraged. Instead, step up to the challenge and find yourself a new path to walk on. If you choose that path that everyone has already stepped on, or you follow the path your idol has walked on, you will fall short every time in fulfilling your dreams. And I promise you, if you choose to follow your own path, you will become the best version of yourself.
So I encourage you, go and be brave, be bold and be successful, but remember that the life you live, the thoughts you have, the words you speak, and the actions you take matter and should be used to build one another up, because you are your brother's keeper.
Today is the day I envisioned when I entered the University of New Haven, because it is a milestone that came my way very surprisingly. This was actually my dad's dream to have me study for my master's from States. Ever since, I'm trying to do my best, trying to do everything, use my complete potential and capabilities in making the world a little better place. But I'm not done yet. I came here with no friends or relatives. Now I have a group of people I can call my family. I was randomly exploring on Instagram and I found the Indian Student Council page. I saw a dream to become the next president of the Indian Student Council. I was later elected as the president right in the middle of the pandemic. I was very excited yet nervous because I wanted to do so much more. But the situation was hampering the possibilities of any events in person. But nevertheless, it again did not stop me from giving my best in all possible ways. All these little achievements are stepping stones before I step into the real world. Every little encounter and experience gained here has been enriching and will remain within my memories lifelong.
To my graduating class of 2021, congratulations, but the road does not stop here. As I look around, one word comes to mind: perseverance. Perseverance in the face of adversity. Adversity has looked different for all of us. Whether it was waking up early for class registration to find out that class is full, facing discrimination and learning about diversity and inclusion, or losing a loved one during a global pandemic. Times have been uncomfortable, inconvenient, and painfully difficult. And I'm sure mental health has become everyone's #1 priority. But we have persevered. If we haven't learned anything, we have learned that we have to embrace change. Change is scary, but necessary. But please remember, as you consistently push yourself and raise the bar high, you will experience failure. Just remember to reflect and remind yourself that your past has prepared you for this moment. Embrace the change.